Welcome to this unofficial streaming from ESR, the race 201 from the Race Academy. So this is an unofficial streaming because my friend at ESR, they are doing their official stream already. And for me, it's just a test because the race is well organized, so it's a nice test for my hardware, my server at home to see if I can stream, if I can do some good quality stream. And if the stream is good, I can also tell my friend at ESR to tell them, hey, I can host as well and stuff like that if you're interested, or I can do the commentary, whatever they want. Uh, Open to give my resources to them for the community, so we can grow and be the best racing community in North America. Um, so we are still in a practice session, so there's a 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and then after that it will go straight to the qualifying sessions. I don't know how many racers will be in the grid today. We will know at the end of the qualifying sessions. There's members that can come until the last minute. The rules is that they need to come before the end of the qualifying session. So today the group is racing in Sepang South, 5.54 kilometer circuit located near Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And the track was open in 1999. And they were hosting a GT Sports, TCR, and so on, even MotoGP as well. Here we go. So we have Joshua Jerome that started first for the qualification session, followed by Joe Racer. Johnny Major still in the pit, followed by Ben Davis, Michael Magus, and Andre Mole. So right now we are inside Joshua Jerome car. And after one lap, so the first lap doesn't count, and we will see the next lap and see what will be the official grid for this race. So right now we have 6 racers on the grid right now. Here we go. So the first official lap to get an official timing from the qualifying session. So Joe Racer is the first to get the first official time, hopefully. And yeah, so Joe Racer, official time 1 minute 8 seconds, .417, followed by Jerome plus 120, Davis plus 417, Mole plus 576, and Magus plus 970. This is very close. That will be an interesting race. There's still 6 minutes left from the qualifying session, so other drivers they have time to improve their lap time. And Johnny Major, he participated yesterday to the Friday drop-in. His race was not the best, but hopefully this time Johnny Major will do a good race today. His time is very good at the moment. He actually did the third time. And we have Michael Magnus that is now 1 second ahead, 1 second far from Major. So we need to get the pace a little bit faster. Otherwise, it will start at the end of the grid in the 6th position. And for now, the result right now, we have Jerome first, 1 minute 08.064, the best lap, followed by Johnny Major the second time, 0.83. Joe Racer 0.352, Davis 0.731, and a Mole 0.928. And Magus 1 minute, 1 second, sorry about that, 1 second, .082. Major today is on fire. He is just a few, he's just not 0.1 seconds, not, he is very, very close to do the first time and do the, and be the first on the grid. Nope. He was 1 second slower from the last his best lap. Let's see Joe Racer. So Joe Racer is unofficially on the 4th place. After the qualifying result, we'll get the official grid and maybe possibly as well maybe other drivers. Oh, and Joshua Jerome made a mistake, and he is out of the track. But still, he got the best time. But let's see if Johnny Major will be able to beat his 1 minute 8.064. Almost. Johnny was almost. He is very close to beat the lap. So he is losing a little bit of speed somewhere. Maybe in that hairpin. Let's see the sector. Forty-five seconds left from the qualification session. So it will be the last lap for everybody. So Andre Mole, Joe Racer back in the pit. Okay, so we have the official results. Joshua Jerome will be the first on the grid, P1, followed by Johnny Major, Andre Mole on the third position, and then it's just the top three, and then Joe Racer 4, Ben Davis, and Michael Magas at the end of the grid. And again, the delta are very close, not even 1 second altogether. That will be interesting. And again, your host today is Jean Simon. And this is a pleasure to do the commentary, the unofficial commentary today. And this is go, go, go. So this is the race. And we have a Johnny Major on the fourth position. And on the first we have Joshua Jerome that got his first advance. And we have the battle for the first position between Joe Racer and Joshua Jerome. 0. Oh, now 1 second. Not even. So everybody is close together, so that will be interesting. Hopefully, people won't get any accidents. So it will be, I guess it will be. Oh, and we have Joshua Jerome that just got out of track a little bit. And then in the middle of the grid, we have Andre Mole, Ben Davis. And what happened with Johnny Major? Johnny Major just got an accident, got out of the track, and Michael Magnus was on the 5th position. This is too bad for Johnny Major, too bad. I don't know if there was a contact with Michael Magus. I know that Michael Magus did go very fast on the 5th position. That will be up to the stewards from ESR to see what was going on, and we can also do a recap at the end with the accident. Johnny Major was so close with the race with the 2nd position. That's a shame. So let's come back in the middle of the grid between Davis and Racer for a battle for P2. So there's a 1.2 seconds that separate both drivers. And we are now in the car of Ben Davis. And we have Joe Racers as well. That is very, very close from Joshua Jerome. Will Joe Racer be able to pass Joshua? We'll see. But it's very, very close. It's very interesting. So the results so far, Joshua Jerome first, Racer second, Davis third, Mole 4, Magus 5, Johnny Major 6, and Johnny Major, he actually got a pretty much, he was able to come back from the race. If we compare from Michael Magas, there's only 3 seconds now that separate both. So big step up from Johnny Major. Still, we have a Joe Racer that is dangerously close from Joshua Jerome. Oh, and will it be able to pass? I know that Joshua Jerome is very careful to defend his position, his first place. There's just a small mistake or being out of the pace just for a few, just not even for a 0.2. It will be enough for Joe Racer to go on the first position. So what Joe Racer could hope maybe is because of the pressure that Joe Racer put on Jerome. It is possible that Jerome makes some driving mistakes because of the too much heat, too much pressure, and Racer will be able to take advantage of it and go to the first position. But hopefully, Jerome won't do any major mistakes. and we'll see because the pace is very very close. So there's still a strong battle from the first position between Joe Racer and Joshua Jerome. And they are almost at the same speed. If we check the speed from each, you see that they are almost at the same pace. Oh, and Jerome did a small mistake. And let's see if Joe Racer will be able to overtake Jerome. And Jerome just slipped a little bit, and it was almost and Joe Racer avoid a contact right now, but Racer would have been able to overtake Jerome. It was very close. So slowly but surely, Racer is getting closer and closer from Jerome. This is an interesting battle, and Jerome right now is feeling the heat from Joe Racer. And on the third position, we have Ben Davis. And let's see at the hairpin. Will Joe Racer will be able to overtake? No. Okay, so let's see the other drivers on the grid. Andre Mole, 4th position. 2 seconds, 0.3 slower than Davis. Michael Magus, that is 13 seconds slower than Mole. And we have at the end of the grid, Johnny Major, 1 second from Magus. So it is possible that Major took the 5th position. Three minutes and 30 seconds to go from the first race, from the sprint. And it's still a battle between Joe Racer and Jerome, with Ben Davis on the 3rd position. Oh, so Jerome missed a little bit the hairpin. And with 2 minutes left, I'm pretty sure the heat is strong between the racer and Jerome. And Jerome needs to make sure. Oh, and will he make an overtake? Will it get like a small contact, I guess, between racer and Jerome? And I think a racer just made a small contact from behind. And so Jerome seems to slow down a little bit. Will Racer will be able to get the first position? Let's see. Racer is almost on track to go on the first position. And right now I know that the wheels, the wear and tear of the wheels, they have the time to wear a little bit. So the last turn right now will be a little bit of a challenge. Because the car will slip a little bit more. Even on that hairpin, you need to be a little bit more careful because it's been 15 minutes driving. The tires have less adherence. So that will be an interesting 50 seconds left for the race. Oh, almost. Well, oh. And Jerome defends his possession brilliantly. Doesn't leave any inch to Racer. Jerome really wants to finish first for the race. And there's a 10 seconds left. I think, I don't know if we will have the time for another lap, or if it will be the checker flag. No, it will be a final lap. So we still have a final lap to go, and the battle is not over yet. So Racer is very close to overtake, and let's see now, will Racer will be able to overtake Jerome? Let's see, they are so close. 0.3, 0.4, 0.6. The heat is strong for Jerome. Jerome needs to stay cool, and Jerome is very close to steal the first possession to Jerome. But Jerome's still fighting, and he's still keeping his first position. It is so close, but I guess Jerome will be the first. Jerome will be the first, and Racer is. It was very close, but Jerome just won the race with the 15 laps. And Jerome first, and Racer second, Mole third, Davis 4, Magus 5, and Johnny Major 6. And the delta is 0.322 between Joe Racer and Joshua Jerome. So right now we are on the race number 2. And it's a reverse grid. So Johnny Major first, Michael Magnus second. And Michael Magnus just lost a position from Davis. And Magnus is now third, Johnny Major is second. Johnny Major lost that position to Ben Davis. Ben Davis is now in the first position. Let's go in the middle of the grid. It's like it's now between Magnus and Major, zero point 0.4. And Andre Mole, zero point 0.3. Difference between Mole and Joe Racer. And on the last position, we have Joshua Jerome with a 0.389 between them with Mole. So that second sprint is very close. That will be interesting. So let's go back to Johnny Major, second position. And there's not there's almost 1 second separate the separate Major and Davis. This is very interesting, a very good start, a very interesting start. So now everybody is following each other. The heat is on and the race is very interesting, and I guess everybody right now wants to be first on that race. Everybody wants to get some point in the standing, and everybody will do the best to be the first on the race. And Ben Davis on the first position. And Johnny Major second. Michael Magus third position. Joe Racer 4. Andre Mole 5. And Joshua Jerome 6. So that was a really interesting start. And as you can see, the grid is very tight with Ben Davis, Johnny Major, Michael Magus, Joe Racer, Andre Mole, Joshua Jerome. Everybody wants to be first. And I'm trying to get. Right now, I'm trying to get the map working. For some reason, the map crashed when I try to invoke the map. So for this stream, I won't be able to show you a graphical overlay of the map, sadly. But not a big deal. At least we have the stream running, and we can see the interesting race from this afternoon. And again, your host is Jean-Simon Chenard from the unofficial commentary for the from the ESR Racing, the Academy 201 at Sepang South. So what is nice with the sprint like that, and that would use the reverse grid, is everybody is able to everybody have a chance to be first, to finish first in the race. So a very strong driver that finish first will definitely, well, it's between the first 10, right? But right now we have only 6 drivers, so the drivers that finished the first, that was Joshua Jerome, actually started on the 6th position. So it quiet balance a little bit the race, and it makes the standing points more interesting, and more interesting race as well. So Johnny Major that lost a little bit of the pace is now 1 second, 1.3 second off the pace from Davis. Followed by Michael Magnus, Joe Racer, Andre Mole. Oh, and we have We have a Joshua Jerome that is close to pass, to overtake a Mole. So right now the front grid is not very interesting. Right now we have a lot of action at the end of the grid. Let's see if Jerome will be able to overtake Mole. Oh, and we have a Magus that actually got the second position. Oh no, he was already second. Sorry about that. And we have Jerome. Let's see if he will be able to overtake Mole. I know that the BMW, the 235, is really difficult to overtake. Those cars are not slow, but the overtaking is a little bit tricky with those cars. So this is the 201 upper class. So drivers are indeed allowed to. They can alter their car settings, so they can tweak their toe in, they can tweak their preload, they can tweak their tire pressures, they can tweak the springs as well, the roll bar too, compared to the 101 class where it's a fixed setup, so everybody's equal. So I don't know if the drivers for that race. Oh, and we have a contact between Johnny Major and Michael Magus. That was a contact. And Johnny Major is now second. Oh, and Magus is now second. There was a contact between Major and Magus. I don't know if the steward will do anything about that. It will be up to the stewards at the end of the race. Oh, and Johnny Major is now in the fourth position. Johnny Major that just lost a position from a racer. And he will lose a position almost from Andre Mole, and Andre Mole overtook Johnny Major. What's going on with Johnny Major? Johnny Major got a big drop. He's not fast. And Joshua Jerome is about to overtake Major. And we have another contact between Major and Jerome. And then Major is now in the fifth position. Joshua Jerome is now on the sixth. The end of the grid is very interesting. Major 5. Oh, Major 6 now. Jerome 5. Andre Mole 4. And now at the end of the grid, it's a nice race between Major and Jerome. This is very interesting. And now Johnny Major is still came last, but Johnny Major is about to overtake Jerome, and there is almost a contact from behind. But the battle is very, very ferocious. This is an interesting mid-race. With 5 minutes 30 seconds left out of the race, and no contact, and it is between Major and Jerome again. And let's see if Major will be able to overtake Jerome. This is very interesting. And mid-grid, we have also Andre Mole, Joe Racer, and Michael Magnus. Mid-grid. And we have Ben Davis that has a big advance of over 6 seconds from Magus. So let's go back at the middle of the grid with a Joe Racer. Oh, contact, contact, Joe Racer, contact Michael Magnus. There was a big contact. And Mole got a contact as well. That was brutal. I don't know if they will be, and there is a contact between Joe Racer and Magnus. Another contact between Joe Racer and Magnus. Oh, and he just spun. Oh no, it just Johnny Major. Michael Magna just got kicked out from Johnny Major from the race. Joe Racer, sorry, I don't remember. Oh, that I'm pretty sure the steward will. There will be a penalty for that. There will be a penalty for that. It's not Michael Magna's fault. He got spun out. And the overtake was a little bit aggressive, and because of that, Michael Magnus was spun out of the track. And I think it will be the end of, not the end of the race for Michael Magnus, but he will finish probably last. But let's see at the end of the standing when the stewards will remove the points. Probably Michael Magnus will be able to take a few positions from that race. Oh, and contact 3 wide from Joe Major Racer and Mole. Racer Mole, and there was a 3 wide, and we have Johnny Major Joe Racer that was out of the track. And we have Johnny Major that is now on the 3rd position. It was a contact 3 wide. We have Johnny Major that was took inside a big sandwich between Joshua Jerome and Andre Mole. That was a big bologna sandwich, and both got a contact in between Johnny Major. That was very interesting to see. And what is nice is that Johnny Major was able to go back on the race intact, even if it was put inside a big sandwich. That was really interesting. So we have Andre Mole for the battle for the P1 with 6 seconds slower. And we have Ben Davis that is very far away. So Ben, I won't stream you yet. Just at the end of the race, because you have a comfortable pace, my friend. So let's go back to Joshua Jerome when we have some actions. Johnny Major and friends. And now we have Joe Racer that just were able to pass. Joe Racer that just passed Johnny Major. And that was a clean hairpin from Johnny Major. No more contact. And 30 seconds left for the race. And we have a Jerome that did go out of the track. And 7 seconds left. So Ben Davis is on the last lap, unless it was the lap already. So this is a checkered flag, so I think the race is over. Yep. So, the overall, the standing, we have Davis first, Mole, Jérôme, Racer 4, Major 5, Maga 6. So the race winner is Davis, and the fastest lap winner is Davis as well at 1 minute 8 seconds point 259. That was a really interesting race. Thank you very much for watching. Again, your host was Jean-Simon Chenard. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Thank you very much, and have a good afternoon.